Hi friends, Miss Friga here. I first want to say thank you to Miss Frera, Miss G, and Miss Bowman for letting me be a part of this YouTube channel. It's super awesome they created this for you, and I think it's going to be an awesome way to have fun and stay connected while we're off of school for a little while. Yesterday when we were at school, some of us teachers went in to grab some stuff and make plans. I was talking with Miss G, Miss Bowman, and Miss Frera, and we were all talking about how much we're going to miss you guys. We're not sure how long we're going to be off of school, so we're just hoping that everybody's taking care of themselves, washing their hands, and doing what they need to stay safe and healthy. But after our conversation yesterday, I thought of this book that I'm about to read you guys, and it's called Last Day Blues. Now, this story is about a class who is sad because they're about to have their last day of school before summer vacation. Now, we're not on summer vacation, so it's a little different, but we might have some similar feelings to what some of these kids are feeling in the book with what's going on now. So I'm going to read the book, and then I'm going to try and show you the picture as best I can. So it's Last Day Blues by Julie Damberg. On the Monday morning before the Friday that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell took attendance. She sighed as she called out the last name. "I'm going to miss all of you," she said. The kids nodded in agreement. "I'm going to miss my friends," said Shannon. "I'm going to miss Miss Daisy," said Dan. "I'm going to miss chocolate milk and pizza for lunch," said Jill. Everyone felt a little blue thinking about the last day of school, even Daisy. Well, it looks like Miss Daisy is a snake, maybe the classroom pet. That afternoon during recess, the students talked as they hung out in the jungle gym. "Mrs. Hartwell said she's going to miss us," said Alexandra, swinging from a bar. "We should get her a present to cheer her up," said Eddie, hanging upside down by his knees. "But what could we get her?" "I could give her the rest of my sandwich. It's my mom's special bologna," said Josh. "Or a coffee cup. Or a new pen, the kind with feathers and beads." The students thought and thought, but couldn't come up with a single idea that they all agreed on. "We'll think of something tomorrow," Eddie assured everybody as they lined up at the drinking fountain. On the Tuesday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell read the final pages of their last read-aloud book. "I'm going to miss circle time," said Mrs. Hartwell. "I'm going to miss science," said Emily. "I'm going to miss seeing Mrs. Hartwell wear her safety goggles during science," said Jack, giggling. And so before they got too sad, Mrs. Hartwell put on her safety goggles one last time, just for fun. "We definitely need to cheer Mrs. Hartwell up," said Andy during recess as he jumped out of the swing. "Any ideas about a present?" Eddie asked. "Nope," they all answered back. On the Wednesday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell brought in her super-duper sugar cookies with extra frosting. "I'm going to miss snack time, but I can't wait for barbecues by the pool," said Jack. "I'm going to miss recess, but I can't wait to play hide-and-seek after dinner," said Alexandra. "I'll miss school, but I can't wait for summer vacation," said Josh. The class discussed their summer plans and drowned their last day blues with another round of milk and sugar cookies. "I don't know whether to be happy or sad today," Andy said the minute they all arrived at the jungle gym. "Mrs. Hartwell's sad," said Olivia. "She probably doesn't want the year to end." "While we're swimming, she'll be reading her old lesson plans," said Walker. "And while we're playing, she'll be trying to remember the fun times we had this year," said Dan. And that's when an idea zip-zapped and zinged through Eddie's brain. "I know exactly what will cheer her up," Eddie said, jumping down from a jungle gym. The class agreed it was perfect. I wonder what Eddie's idea is. On the Thursday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Eddie raised his hand right after Mrs. Hartwell started language arts. "We need some privacy, please." And so Mrs. Hartwell took down the bulletin board with her back to the class. She never even peeked. Okay, only once. On the morning of the Friday that was the last Friday of school, the students dashed into the classroom. They snapped open the shades for the very last time. They did their chores for the very last time. They fed Daisy for the very last time. And as soon as the bell rang, they couldn't wait for Mrs. Hartwell to see her present for the very first time. The last day of school makes us so blue. We'll miss recess and pizza and reading too. We'll miss Daisy and cookies and friendship true. Snack time and science and learning new. We'll miss spelling bees for our test review and groundhogs that play peekaboo. The year's been great, a big wahoo. There are many things to miss, it's true, but mostly what we'll miss is you. So it looks like they wrote Mrs. Hartwell a letter from the whole class about what they're going to miss. Later on during recess, Eddie said, "I think Mrs. Hartwell liked her present. I just hope it helps," Margaret said. "Poor Mrs. Hartwell," they all said sadly as they pictured their final goodbye. Teachers must hate the last day of school. So, that book may be similar to how some of you guys are feeling, and it's definitely similar to how some of us teachers are feeling. We miss you guys, and you know, it's a confusing time because we're not sure when we'll be back in school and what exactly is all going on. But I thought a way to help is to maybe do something similar to what the students did in this book. So if you guys have something special that you like about your teachers, or you miss about your teachers, or you miss about your school day, or that you're looking forward to coming back to doing during your school day, and you guys have a YouTube account, or your grown-ups have a YouTube account, leave a comment for your teacher. And if it's a teacher that is not Miss G, Miss Frere, or Miss Bowman, I will make sure that teacher gets the message. If you guys don't have a YouTube account, but you still want to write a message for one of your teachers, write it on a scrap piece of paper and put it in your backpack. And when we get back to school, you can give it to them. Sometimes it just helps to write out or talk out how we're feeling. And although we're kind of sad that we're not in school, and we definitely miss all you guys, and sometimes writing about it helps, and I am looking forward to seeing some of your guys' messages. Have a good rest of your day and tune in for some more.